Right, guys. Good evening, everybody. We'll start this session, and a lot of guys asked us to conduct this session in English and mixed language. So that means English. Basically, they asked us to conduct the session in English. Therefore, I will time to time, uh, if you are feeling some difficulties, I will talk in the mixed languages, but basically we will go with English language. This is like a plain English, and in the universities also you are learning in English medium. And first of all, I want to see, I have from your names, I can see that there are the large number of students here. Those are SLIT students, and some guys non-split students are also available. Can I just know, are there any guys here who are doing A levels? Uh, just put in the chat like A level, AL, or any guys after A levels. Just I want to know, because then by knowing your background, I can go according to that. Because we want to, because this Python is a very much essential languages for many aspects. Therefore, I want to clear up all the groundwork here. So I believe you can interact with me here uh, using these teams. Can you put in the chat whether any A-level students available or not here? Or you all are SLIT students? Yeah. Just hands up there. Yes, Tanuj. Tanuj is one A-level student is available. Good. Okay. Tanujan. Tanujan. Tanujan, is that English medium convenient to you? Tanujan, is that okay?
Sorry, wrong.
Uh,
I'm also student.
all right. You're also undergraduate.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
No, I'm finished A level, but
All
I'm
right.
going to.
Okay. English is okay for you.
I can manage.
Okay, right. Okay. Don't worry. Right. Right. Then we'll start the things. I will share my screen and go with this one. Right. Okay, guys. Like the first, the today's session is a very much short session, because I want to explain you about this. What are the things we are going to cover? How many days it will be taken for this course, and uh, what is the why this course, and what for this course. Those things I want to explain, and all the starting stage I will explain today. And this course basically in 5 stages. Actually, this will be in 5 stages. The first stage, it will be taking 1 month. 1 month means 8 days. 8 days means not 2 months, because we will conduct classes 2 days per week. Therefore, we can cover 8 days uh, in 1 month. Okay, for this 8 days, any guys can participate. Any guys can participate, and after these 8 days, we will put some. We will we will be doing a small mini project. Okay, after the evaluation of that mini project, we will allocate. We will occupy 75% of the first students. Just imagine, like 100 students are participating for the first month. Okay, then out of those 100, we will allocate only 75 according to the grades that they are taking from the mini project. Uh, they will be going for the second round. The first round, uh, you will be learning the Python basics. That means the actually it is the A level knowledge, and somewhat beyond the A level. That means the basics and basics plus the fundamentals that you are learning in the undergraduate level. And the stage two, you will be learning object-oriented programming in Python. Not only the object-oriented programming, the exception handling, data structures and algorithm. Those things you will be learning under the second stage. Okay. After the first stage is finished, we will be uh, the course is continuing without any delay. That is also 8 days. Okay, they are only taking 75% of the first stage, and that is also that thing also will be finished within 1 month. That means 8 days. Then the out of those students who are participating for that one, we will be taking 75% from that one and conducting the next stage. That means it is the third stage. That is Python for data science. The Python for data science and the data analysis. Uh, those stage will be going, and they are after finishing that one. That also will be taking 1 month. Then now when you are finishing this Python for data science, uh, and the duration for Python data science is 8 days, but it is not just 2 hours. Okay, this Python basics class, it is just 2 hours, and Python OOP, that is also 2 hours. But Python for data science is not just 2 hours; it will be having like four hours, approximately 4 hours, because it will be we will be discussing large projects there. So the time duration will be somewhat extended there, and when those who are successfully finishing that one, we will be sending to the next stage. That is MLOps. MLOps means machine learning operations. That means these are the industrial deployment projects. Industrial wisely, how do you uh, deploy? How do you develop a industry recognized project? Okay, so we will be taking 50% of the third stage for this one, and the next stage, it is the most advanced stage. That is Python with innovatory researchers. That researchers related to uh, four types of researchers. Uh, those are bioinformatics, computational biology, and the brain computer interface BCI, and electrical vehicles. That means this is the driverless vehicles. So there are four innovative projects that I'm involved in with. So we want to have three for each innovative research. So 3 into 4, it is 12. So we will be taking 12 participants from those things, and all these things are totally free. uh, Totally free, but very much valuable knowledge we will be providing. And this knowledge, I believe that you cannot get it from the university, because I have enrolled with several international universities, and some of the researchers also I have involved. And I'm actually I now I'm in the final year, and we have already finished our degree program in SLIT. And also I have done a hybrid degree program with the University of Jayawardhanapura, that is management, and got selected to the Master of Science degree program in bioinformatics in University of Colombo. And at the same time, uh, I didn't decide whether I'm going with that MSc program. And also at the same time, I got the offer letter from an international university two of the international universities in USA. So with that knowledge, I want to deliver that knowledge. Okay, that is some kind of background of me. Uh, so I'm not that old, guys, but I have some kind of knowledge. My classmates, they know about that one. The next thing is I cannot open this camera. The previous days, I have opened my camera and delivered the cookie sessions to several guys, and also through the YouTube, I have delivered my knowledge by opening the camera very confident way. But since I'm involved with some kind of confidential researchers, I cannot open my camera, so I'm very sorry for that. But I believe that voice will be enough for you. uh, you don't want to see my appearance, I think. So that is the some kind of background of me. Now we'll move to the Python. Okay, we'll move to the Python. Before to move to the Python, I want to say that this knowledge I can guarantee if you totally follow the things. Okay, you don't want to think anything about the programming languages. That means now some kind of some there are some students who are very much new to the programming here. uh, that means they perhaps they haven't done ICT for their O levels and A levels, and they directly shift into the undergraduate programs. But they are they will be having some kind of difficulty of grasping the programming language, programming basics. But I believe that many of guys here are SLIT guys and some other university guys also available. Now, in the local curriculum, if we discuss about the local university curriculum, they are starting the programming fundamentals by C programming and the C++ programming. Okay, but if we consider about the European and the USA and the Australian and the New Zealand, that means the not Eastern countries, sorry, Eastern time and the Western countries, they will be starting their programming fundamentals with Python. Okay, uh, the difference we can see in Sri Lanka also. In Sri Lanka, some of the private universities, they are starting from Python. As an example, IIT uh, IIT will start with the Python programming because they are offering the degree from uh, Westminster. That means UK university. They are offering the degree. And SLIT, Sri Lankan Institute of Technology, and the other government universities in Sri Lanka, they are starting the programming fundamentals by C programming. And SLIT, it has a foreign what we call a foreign syllabus as well. That syllabus, they are starting with the programming languages, they are starting with Python. Okay, that is the basic difference of the programming fundamental syllabus wisely going, because according to the industry, how they are starting the things. Okay, right. Why now one question will come here. Okay, before to move to the Python, I want to clear up those groundwork. So I will open my notepad, right? Because Python is not just a programming language. I'm not only discussing the programming languages. I want to clear up your basics as well. Okay, if you want to become expert in this domain means maybe your idea is to become a software engineer. Okay, or maybe your idea is to become a data scientist. uh, data sci- or perhaps it is a cybersecurity expert, CS expert. CX means here cybersecurity expert, or uh, we say you are following the information technology degree, specialized degree program, and you want to become IT expert. In that means that generally you want to have the knowledge of the uh, IT domain, or you want to become a computer scientist, okay, or you want to become a network engineer. Like that way, there are several domains, okay, you want to follow. And follow means your career wisely, you will be expecting to become some of these things in the future, okay, whether it is a software engineer, whether it is a data scientist, cybersecurity expert, IT expert, computer scientist, or network engineer. Okay, so then the most important thing is you should have, okay, you should have a good, strong knowledge related to the programming fundamentals. Programming fundamentals means that is not just the programming language. Okay, so we'll call it as the computational thinking. Computational thinking. It means how the computers think. Okay, you want to identify how the computers think. Computers thinking. According to that, you want to think. Okay, this mindset you should have. Okay, then only you can become a programming expert. Okay, so they you should have some building blocks with you, some tools with you. Okay, the first building blocks is the data structures and algorithms. Data structures means uh, how the data is stored in the computer system. Now, because always when we are submitting some instructions to the computer, okay, when we are providing some instructions to the computer, that also considered as data. These data should be stored in your computer. This data should be stored in the memory of your computer. So how do they store? How do they store efficiently? Those storing the mechanism we can explain by the data structures. What do you call the algorithm? Algorithm is the way of uh, uh, the procedure of uh, doing a task. Now we can't just do a task. There is a certain design to do a task. That the procedure of doing that task we can explain as an algorithm. Okay, those are the things. Those are the fundamentals you want to know. Okay, and why we are starting with the Python? Why Python? Now the, the first problem, why I didn't start C. Okay, why I start with Python? Because Python is the emerging programming language these days. Python is the richest programming language these days because many communities using. Now these days, data science is very much popular. Artificial intelligence associated things are very much popular these days. That's why this Python is a core language for the data science and the artificial intelligence. Okay, that's why we are learning Python. And the next thing is Python is very much easy to learn. That's why it is you have learned it in your college level, in your 12 for your A levels. You have learned Python. You learned only the core Python. Okay, I believe that you didn't learn object orientation. Okay, you learn the Python fundamentals. the core Python knowledge, and you can do a small mini project, and you have done exception handling there. But those are the basic things. Those basic things you learn for your A levels, but you didn't have practical knowledge those days, because the A level Python, they didn't test your practical ability. They have uh, tested your theoretical aspects. Okay, so any guy who does not have a proper strong background also can get high grades for the Python question which is asked by the examination, but it is not in the undergraduate level. Undergraduate level, you should have a strong background. Okay. uh since I have discussed everything in English, uh, are you guys clear the things what I have discussed here? Any difficulty, guys? Anything anything uh, any difficulty? So I believe that I should not explain these things in Sinhala or Tamil. If I explain something in Sinhala, I have to explain it in Tamil also. I'm not that fluent in Tamil, but I can manage the things. But uh, I believe that you are okay with the English. Any difficulty? Anything that you didn't understand? You can talk with me, guys. Okay. Hello, guys. Are you there? Hello. Are you there? Uh, you have to talk. Otherwise, we can't proceed the things without getting your ideas. Okay, talk. Okay, because when in your undergraduate levels, also the lecturer, they are asking questions from you whether you understood or not. In that case, you are responding to them, aren't you? So in the same manner, you can respond to me as well. Hello, guys. You can unmute and you can talk. Hello. Any difficulty? No. Otherwise, I will ask one by one. Ahmad, Ahmad Ali. Ahmad Ali. Ahmad Ali, how is that? Did you understand the things so far? Ahmad, are you okay? Hello. These guys are not talking. Ahmad. How about Bavitharan? Is that Bavitharan or Bavitran? Bavitran? Bavitran is, why these guys are not talking? Okay, can't continue a class without talking like this way. How about Dev in the WGN? Uh, You guys understood the things what I have explained here so far. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Don't call me as sir. You can just, you know me. Do you know my name? My name is Jinendra, so you can call me as Jinendra. Okay, no need to call me as sir. Right. Okay. Uh, Python programming language. Okay. Today we will discuss about the history and why Python and where to use Python. Uh, when we consider about this Python programming language, okay, when we discuss about this, this is the person who has invented this Python programming language. Okay, his name is Geiger Rosen. Okay, he's a Dutch person. That means his native place is Netherlands. Okay, uh, so the name of the Python he uh, he got this idea from a place called the Monty Python Circus. Uh, he was fond of this one of the circus. Uh, According to the history, there are some uh, entertainment activities related to pythons there. So actually, this Python is an interpreted object-oriented high-level programming language. We'll discuss what is this what do you call an interpreted language. Okay, today we have to understand what do you call an interpreted language, what is called the object-oriented, and what is called the high-level programming language. Okay, in the coming slides, I will explain those things. And Python is a powerful general-purpose programming language. General purpose programming language means in our normal use activities. Normal use activities means normal use applications. We can use Python. That means Python can be used for web development. Python can be used for desktop applications. Normal general day-to-day activities, we can use Python as a programming language. Okay. This was first developed in 1980s. That means when considering the age, okay, starting age, Python is older than Java. Python is actually older than Java, but we feel like uh, Java is older than Python. But actually, Python is older than Java. But when considering the versatile behavior, Python is rich in features. And also Python is open source programming language, and that means you do not want to pay or pay this one because it will be coming with the open source license. That means any application you can develop using Python, those are totally free. Okay, it is developed by Guido Rosen. Uh, the advantage of Python, that's why we will be starting Python from here. Python is easy to learn and use. This Python programming language, guys, it is very much easy to learn. Okay, believe me, if you follow the instructions that I'm telling, this will be very much easy. Okay, you do not want to have any hard mindset to learn Python, and because I want to tell you guys, okay, I didn't study programming languages for my O levels, guys. Okay, I didn't study programming languages for my A levels also. Believe me, actually, I'm telling these things. When I finished my A levels, I didn't know anything about this programming language, anything about this ICT. I didn't know anything about this one. I'm honestly telling these things because uh, I have I got very good grades for my A levels in two streams I have done. One thing is from what we call the management stream. That means commerce stream, and after that I have done again when I joined to the university. Also, I have again I want to develop my mathematical abilities. Therefore, I done math stream. So in those two streams, okay, the IT or the ICT is not involved. Uh, but I learned these programming languages when I joined to SLIT. Okay, then only I started that I want to learn, and I didn't fully depend on the SLIT. I my by my own way I studied the things because I felt that I want to learn. Okay, so I studied with several books. Okay, that book also I will show you here. Okay, can you see this one, guys? This book. Can you see this book? I do. I'm not sure whether the screen is shared here. Can you see the things? There is a cover page of a book. Can you see this one? These guys are not talking.
Yes, we can see.
Yes, we can
Okay,
see.
what is? Uh, You can see this one. Think Python. Right. That is a Think Python visible to you?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Right. Okay, this is the book that we are following. Okay, this is also the book that the IIT students are following. Okay, normally this Think Python book is a valuable book for all the undergraduate students who want to learn what we call Python. And I made my own copy of solution manual for this book. That means this book have several exercises. I made my solution manual for this one. Okay, when we follow the things, when we are referring this book, I will uh, give my what we call solution manual also to you. Okay, I will show you how do we refer these books, because many of undergraduates, they are not referring books these days. But if you read the books, you can get valuable knowledge. Okay, right. Again, we'll back to my presentation. Okay, now the is the presentation visible to you guys? I want to verify whether these when we are shifting from one window to the other window, are all those clear to you? This one. Now I'm in my
Yeah.
presentation. Yeah, right. Okay. Python is easy to learn and also easy to use. Uh, do you know, guys, the Python, it has a vast number of libraries. Okay, libraries means, what's that? What do you call a library? And normally, when you hear about this word called library, means we will feel like books, a collection of books, and collection of ready-made books. It has some knowledge. We by having that book, we can learn something. Okay, they like that way. They like that way. The programming languages also, they are having something called libraries. What we'll do by using these libraries? Yeah, by using these libraries, uh, it has uh, what we call uh, it is a collection of classes and the files, configuration files. We will call these things as, it is a collection of classes and the configuration files. By having this the configuration files and the classes, we can easily develop our applications. We can easily develop our applications. That means we do not want to run everything. We do not want to write everything. That means we do not want to write the basic, the programming fundamentals, everything we do not want to write. Lot of features they will give you. They will give, it will like a skeleton for us. It will like a frame for us. Now, when there is a collection of libraries, okay, now this is the just the rough idea I'm giving. If there is a collection of libraries, roughly we can say it is a framework. The entire industry runs on these frameworks. That means, guys, now now after finishing your degree, you will be going to the industry. Now they are not asking you to develop an application using the core languages. Core languages means the basic fundamental, using the basic fundamentals. They are not asking you to uh, uh, develop the application, because when you are going to develop the applications from using the basic or the starting from the very basics, it will take several days to build up an application. Several developers they have already found something. Okay, by finding those things, they will say that for this part, always this will be coming. Okay, now, where your division masters also, they are doing like that way. Okay, for this question, this is a definite answer. Okay, this question, definitely this will be coming for this the examination, and this is the ready-made answer for that one. like that data, like that way for the industry also. For some certain things, like as an example, uh, uh, when we are developing a sign page, okay, the login page, okay, there are certain way of doing that one. We don't want to write all those things from the scratch. We can get this library part, and we can very quickly we can build up the things. Okay. So this libraries, we can say that it is a built-in tool. Libraries, we can consider it as a built-in tool. By using this library, we can easily finish our application. Okay. So Python has very much large libraries, a very high number of libraries. Okay. And also the community of the Python, that means the developers, number of developers in the Python community are considerably high. Okay. Uh, the advantage of this library is when you are, if you want to do the degree program in data science, okay, if you know, if you do not know the strong knowledge of Python, also you can manage data science applications. The the truth behind that one is the libraries. Because if you know how to handle the libraries and how to use the libraries, that will be enough. But when you want to go deeper and to get a high recommended job, then you want to have the good knowledge of the programming languages. Okay, the object-oriented means we will discuss in the coming slides. The portable across operating systems. Portable across operating systems means when you write only once, you are writing only once. You are right now. You by using the Python or any other programming language, you are writing your code. That code is called as the source code. What do you call the source code? This is one important thing. What do you call the source code? Source code. Source code is the code, that is the code which is written in high level language. High level language. What do you mean by this high level language? High level language means it is very much user friendly. User will know. User can have an idea about the things that he is writing. Okay. Code which is written in high level language. That means it is user friendly and user will know how to handle this language. That means, guys, this language is very much close to the syntax of the English language. The programming language, if it is very much closer to the English language, the user can handle it very much easily. Okay. Uh, we can say it as the English, close to English. Right. The writing a source code means you are writing your code by using a high level language. High level language means which is close to the English syntax. Syntax means, guys, the grammar. Okay, basically the grammar. Uh, now, if you write this code in one particular operating system, now here you can see it is a Windows operating system. A Windows operating system. We are writing this one in Windows operating system. And guys, I want to explain one thing. Now, today we are writing this code in the Windows operating system. The next day, we'll be doing the things in the Linux operating system. That one after the other days, we will doing the things like that way. Because guys, I want to remove one fear of you. That fear is called the operating system fear. Okay, operating system fear. Because you guys are very much user friendly with the Windows, but you do not know Linux is very much user friendly than the what we call the what Windows operating system. I didn't remove Windows from this one because when I buy in this laptop, the originally it has installed Windows, and to install Windows, the genuine copy of the Windows, since it has taken some high price, I don't want to remove this one. So I will keep this laptop uh, as the Windows laptop, and I have a my old laptop. I have removed it doesn't have a original copy of the Windows. I have removed that one and installed completely Linux to the laptop. So I will explain how to install Linux, the not the virtual machine. uh, you don't want to think if you do not have the original Windows, you better remove that one. Okay, you better remove the operating system and install Linux. And Linux is very much user friendly than the Windows. Okay, to avoid your fear to these operating systems, I will use both Linux and the Windows. Okay, right now, what I want to explain, guys. Now, if I write this code, now if I write some code using Python or any other language in this Windows operating system, okay, uh, then if I write this program and I want to execute means run this one, okay, run this one. Uh, 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 like that, like I will explain it like this way. Suppose now I have written a source code in Windows operating system. To run that program also, I want to need the Windows operating system. Okay, we will call that thing as it is not portable. Not portable means you cannot shift it to another operating system. Okay, or you cannot we will call it as the mm, platform dependence. Okay, platform dependence, we will call it as platform dependence. If you write one code in one operating system, and if you want to run that program also, you want to use the same operating system, we will call it as the platform dependence. But suppose it is like this way. I'm writing this code in the Windows operating system. After that, without writing again the same code in the Linux operating system, by using this code, if I can run it in the Linux operating system, I can say it is platform independence. That platform independence means you are writing only one code and you can run it anywhere. You can run it anywhere. If you have this property, guys, if you have this property, you can write once and run anywhere. Okay, we can consider it as a platform independency. The portable means, guys, uh, when you are uh, uh, using, when you are writing a code using one particular language, and to run that one, you don't want to have any conflict with the operating system and also the hardwares. Okay, hardware independency and also the operating system independency, we'll call it as the portability. Portability means uh, like you can easily shift one from the one to the other. Okay, easily you can shift from this operating system to the other operating system. Okay, you don't want to again rewrite the things. Right, that is called portability. Right. Okay. Portable across operating systems. So portable across operating systems means, guys, Another word for that one is platform independency. What is that? Platform independency. Right, guys? We'll write that one as well here. Platform independency. Shall you write it? Platform independency. Platform independency. See? Okay. What do you call that? We can easily write it as write once, run anywhere. The basic example for this one is you are writing one code in the Windows operating system and you can run it in the any operating system like Linux, Windows, or Mac operating systems. If you can run, you can consider it as the platform independence. But if you are writing the code in one operating system, suppose it is written in the Windows operating system, but you want to have the same operating system to run it, you can consider it as what? It is platform dependence. Okay, platform dependence. Is that clear? Platform independence and platform dependency, guys. Did you understand that, guys? Are those things clear? Hello, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, good, good, good. Others also respond. Okay, only one girl is responding. All the others, okay, you should respond. Okay, right. Again, guys. Okay. Next thing. Okay. What are the organizations that they are using Python? The famous organizations they are using Python. uh, Google, YouTube, Facebook, Cisco, Quora, and the Mozilla, Firefox, Mozilla, uh, using these things. Not only this one, these are some of the famous companies. Uh, and the Python-based jobs now after finishing your degree program. Okay, you want to become somebody like we see some of the job roles, the system engineer. Okay. I will just because today is the first day, you should have the idea about the different job roles in the industry related to the IT. We'll see just things. Okay. We'll see different job roles related to IT, ICT, computer science. Okay. Okay. There is a difference between these three as well. Okay. Many guys in this fundamental level, they do not know what is the difference between IT, ICT, and the computer science. Okay, we'll first clarify that one, and then we'll move to the different job roles. IT, you know the meaning of information technology. I will just write it as infotech. Information technology. Oh, what do you have actually? What do you have? Information technology and the computer science are two different things, guys. This is the information technology, IT background. What do you call the IT background? IT background is more practical oriented, more practical oriented. This is more practical oriented. Okay. Less theory oriented. Less theory oriented. Then you see ICT. This had another thing, which is called the communication technology. Info plus communication plus uh, the technology is the same thing. Here, what's that? This also has the what we call the practical knowledge, but compared to IT, the practical knowledge is less. Okay, like if IT has the practical knowledge 100%, this has the practical knowledge like a 75%. Okay, 75%. Okay, 75%. And this is another one that is called the communication technology. This is the communication things that means related to the networking and the things involved here. Okay, communication technology. And This 75% is the practical IT, and 25% is coming from the uh, what we call communication technology. And what do you call this computer science? In computer science, computer science, this has this has the what we call practical ability as well. Plus, it has a heavy theoretical knowledge. Heavy theoretical knowledge. Heavy theoretical knowledge. What do you call this heavy theoretical knowledge? This has high mathematics background. Mathematics background. Why this mathematics background, guys? This is for the design. Okay, this is for the design. Now, information technology, ICT, this fields, this field will be the this will be starting from the developer, right? And then move into the engineer, then getting the sound knowledge, and this will be moving to the architect. But this field, this field, okay, this developer and the engineers, these two things, okay, this they are not considering as the developer or engineer. If the person is rich with the computer science, they will be considered as the architects, but should have they will be starting some kind of fundamental levels, but these people are the people who are very much suited for the design phase. So they are moving to the architects levels and the research levels, researchers. Okay, so they are the people who are developing the programming languages. They are the people who are developing the frameworks. Okay, because develop the things as to design the things, not the develop, design the things. You should have a heavy theoretical knowledge. Uh, that thing I can comparatively explain like this way. Now, in you know that the Morotu University, it has like Moroto University, it has the two branches. It has the one is the engineering faculty. The other thing is the NDT faculty. Okay, now both people can become an engineer. Okay, this one also can become an engineer. These people also can become an engineer, but these people are getting first they get a diploma. After that, by getting the experience and having some kind of higher qualifications, only they can reach to the engineering level. Okay, so these people, these engineering people, they are more theoretical oriented and less practical oriented. Comparatively, them these people are having high practical knowledge, but they have less theoretical knowledge. Okay, now, if we ask to repair a car, these people are very much suited for the repair in the car. These people are not good for the repair in car because their practical ability is less. But these people are very much good for design a car. That means new car. If we ask like this way, if I tell you this is the engine and this is the toolbox and like that way, and if I ask you can you by showing all the things of a car, and if I ask uh, can you build up the same type of car, then what will happen? These NDT people can do that one very much easily. These people are not that good to do that one. Then what this engineering people can do? They can tell like this. They can do like this way. We don't want to do the same thing because the same thing is already available, but we will build a new car which is not appear in this world. We will design that one, but we want to have the support of you. You guys help. You have to help us to assemble the things. Okay, like that area. Then so these engineering people are the design teams. The same the way is happening with the computer science and the IT background. Okay, right. Okay, guys. This is the basic difference between the computer science, ICT, and the IT. Okay. Okay. Now this computer science, it has some specializations. One of the specializations of the computer science is the data science. Okay. Right. It is related to the artificial intelligence. Right. Okay. Then what is it, Saj? I told about the different job roles. Okay. Different job roles. One thing is called the system engineer. What do you call the system engineer? Okay, we will see. Uh, we'll go to the Google. The first day you have to get this all ideas. Okay, in the next day, don't ask like, oh, I want to become a system engineer. What is the role of the system engineer? Like that, you don't ask. The first day, you should cover up all those the fundamental system engineer. Okay, right. System engineer develop and oversee all aspects of a complex system to solve problem from the initial creation of the system to production and management through the end product or solution. What they are doing. System engineer is the person who is designing the system, right? Like this way. Suppose we'll get an example. I want to uh, I want to develop a taxi app. Just imagine taxi app, like the Uber. Then if I tell this my idea to the company, now suppose like I'm a client. Now now I want to have this application. So where I'm going, I will be going to IT company and I will give them the money. Okay, they will ask, they will take my all of my requirements. Okay, then I will tell like I do not suppose like I do not have any IT background, but I have my uh, I have some kind of need. I will tell my need. Now there is Uber app, there is a Pick Me app. I will tell that I want to have the best app. It should be better than Uber. It should be better than Pick Me. Okay. So then the IT staff, they will be asking, so better than means, can you define what is that better means? Okay. So then I will tell that now when the customer thinks, okay, when the customer thinks he wants to have a vehicle, the same manner the application will work, and application should notify, yeah, do you want to have a drive now? Like that way, ask it. Okay. Now that feature is not available in Uber. That feature is not available in Pick Me. Okay. Can we do like that actually? Yes, we can do like that. It has a technology called the brain computer interface. When the person thinks, okay, that thinking ability will translate into the format. Uh, uh, According to our mindset, it will work. Okay, still it is not happened, but I will give that idea. You can do it as a research if you want. Okay, right. Now, what's that, guys? The system engineer are the people who are responsible of getting those requirements and designing the system. Okay, uh, those are the people who are doing that one, and they do not want to have a very good programming language. They do not want to have that amount of programming language because they are not the developers. They are not the developers. Okay, they are getting the requirements. Okay, getting the requirements, and these people are uh, uh, considering how to design the innovative systems. So they should have a good creative ability of designing the things, right? That is one thing. Okay, system engineering. Any other things? The very famous thing is the software engineer, software developer. There is a difference between software engineer and the software developer also. Now, suppose like when you are going to the industry as an undergraduate in your first year or second year, you are not moving as a software engineer. You will be moving as a software developer. Software developer means you can develop some apps. You have the ability of developing some apps. What is the difference between software engineering? Software engineer, to become a software engineer, normally you should have the degree. Okay. But if you do not have the degree, also you can become a software engineer. But the software engineer is supervising software developers. Okay. That means he has the more skill set than the software developers. Okay. He has the more ability than the software engineer, and he is more experienced than the software developer. The software developer. Okay, these people should have a very strong programming language. They should have very strong programming language. Then we can say business analyst, business analyst, analyst, or BA engineers, or business intelligence engineer. Very close relationship between this business analyst and BA engineer. These people are getting the requirements of the clients. Okay, these people are getting the requirements of the clients and negotiating the. They will be doing the business process. They will be uh, exploring the business process of the company. Okay, and get the ideas of the customers, and they are the people who are incorporating clients and the developers. These people, what they are doing, they will be working as a link between clients and the developers, getting the ideas of the clients. Okay, and then discussing the things with the what we call developers, and if something is changed, if something is to be discussed with the client, they will be discussing it with the client. Okay, uh, then uh, the next thing is the quality assurance engineer. Quality assurance engineers. Okay, the normal abbreviations we will call these people as QA engineers, and in some cases you will be calling as the testers. These people are the people who are testing whether the application is working according to the specification. Now, when we are developing an industry-wisely application, we have to have some reports. Okay, according to those reports are made according to the requirements of the clients. Okay, then we want to, before the application is released, we want to check whether this application is work according to the client's requirements. Okay, whether the clients like this one or not. Is all the features available here? Okay, whether this is working properly. Those things should be tested. Okay, so those people are called as quality assurance engineer. Okay, they should have some amount of programming language, but not like the programming language like the software engineers, but they should have some tool knowledge related to testing. Some testing tools like the web application testing tool. There is a web application testing tool called Selenium. Those knowledge they should have. Okay, and also uh, uh, they should have some kind of the programming language like Java programming language, and also REST API microservices knowledge they should have. Those are the quality assurance engineers. Then the data scientist, there are several things which is closely related to this one. I will there are some differences here, but I'm not elaborating all the differences here. Uh, Data scientist, data engineer, AI expert, ML engineer. What do you call the data scientist? Data scientist is the people who are working with data and who are predicting the things. Now, if you want, if you want to understand whether how this company is running and what is the behavior of the company at the future, like that way, commercial predictions, all those things are done by the data scientist. Data engineer is the person who is working with the data and pre-process the data. That means now, in order to get the prediction for this data scientist, he should have the proper data. This data engineer is the person who is working with that one. AI expert. AI expert means artificial intelligence expert. They will be working with innovations of this data science. The ML engineer, machine learning engineer, is the person who is building those predictive models, right? Uh, then the next thing is we can say the cybersecurity expert. Uh, the people who are working with the ethical hacking part, we can consider the cybersecurity expert. They should have a thorough knowledge of the programming language and also the networking. And these people, the data scientist, data engineer, AI expert, and the ML engineer, they also should have some amount of not like the knowledge like the software engineers, but because these people are working with many of the libraries. Okay, therefore they do not want to have the this very strong programming language, but they should know how to handle the things and how to design the things, because what they are doing, they will take the knowledge which is already existing and doing new things. That's what the data scientists are doing. The cybersecurity expert, but these people, they should have a good some amount of good knowledge, but they are also working with some kind of tools. Okay, but if you want to become a very good ethical hacker, you should have the knowledge of the high knowledge of the programming language and the networking. Okay, there are other domains also, but these are the basics, the domains that the people are always willing to become. Uh, right, then we'll move to the next part. This the Python based jobs: data analyst actually, data scientist here, and the AI, web development, the automation, hacking, desktop application development, IoT, and the robotics. These are the fields that the jobs are involved in. Okay, basically, guys, the Python, it can be used in several domains. One of those domains are these are the some domains. Actually, these are not the jobs, domains. Web development, Python. If you know Python very good, you can build web application. To build the web application, there will be some frameworks. Easily, you can do a web application using. There is a framework called Flask. There is a framework called Django. There is a framework called Streamlit. By using those things, you can easily build up the web application. There, that thing also I will write here. Python for web development. To develop the web application using Python, you have to have a Flask or Django or Streamlit. By using this knowledge, you can do the web development. Okay. And you can develop desktop application, desktop or standalone application, desktop application. Desktop applications also you can build up using Python. What is the difference between web development and the desktop application? Web development means now it is like this way, guys. Okay, what is this one? I will just try Google. What is this Google? This is an application, guys. Google is an application. It is a web-based application. Okay, web-based application. That means this application is not in my computer. This application is located or hosted in some kind of centralized servers. There is a, it is hosted. Hosted means located in a distant server. Now, who am I? I am a user. Now, when I'm requesting to have that application, I can get it. So that type of applications we call web application. Not only the Google, Facebook, Amazon, okay, the websites that you know, those uh, those things can be considered as web application. Now, another thing, okay. Okay, since I'm moving with these things, I will cover up all of your fundamental knowledge. Okay, guys, website and the web application are two different things. What is that difference? Okay, web application. Here I will write web application and website are two different. What is that difference? Web application is dynamic, guys. Wow, what is it? What is this dynamic? Dynamic means, guys, uh, it will, it has this thing. It has CRUD operations. CRUD operations means, CRUD means what? CRUD, CRUD. C for create. C for create. R for retrieve or read. Read. U for what? Update. U for update. D for delete. What you are doing? Create, retrieve, read, update, and delete. What you are doing? Now the data is stored in a database, guys, isn't it? The first of all, if you have a dynamic application, okay, dynamic means you should have a database connectivity. If you do not have a database connectivity, then it is not dynamic. Then if you have that database have these operations called create, retrieve, update, and delete. Because for the database, you can insert data. You can insert data. The insert means it is creation. In the database, you can read the data. In the database, you can change the data, update the data, and also you can delete the data. You can do these main operations, and not only these operations. You can do the search operations. You can do the sort operation. You can do the pagination operations. But this CRUD is the main thing. After that, the search, sort, pagination, those things also can be considered. This associate with the CRUD. Okay. Uh, to do all of those things, you should have the database connectivity. Okay, if we have the database connectivity and if you can do these CRUD things, we can consider that is dynamic. If your application is dynamic, means what is that, guys? It is a web application. If your application is dynamic, means it is a web application. What is this website? Website is static, guys. Website is static. Website is static. What do you mean static? Static means not dynamic. Not dynamic means no database connectivity. No database connectivity. No database connectivity. Okay. No database connectivity means no CRUD, guys. Okay, we'll go like this, guys. Huh? We'll understand. We'll understand about what are these dynamic things and what are these. Now this Google. Google always they can change the things. That means they end up data. They are inside. They have the backend. The backend, the application. It has the front end and the backend. Now you can see this is the things you can view is the front end, guys. Thing use cannot view is the database connectivity is happening at the backend, guys. Okay, so this is a dynamic application. Okay, uh, we'll see the Facebook also. You can see now the Facebook. Uh, uh, Facebook. And when you log into the Facebook, log and sign up. Okay, you are what you are doing. You are submitting your data, and then you can create your own profile. After that, you can comment. You can delete that comment. Okay, like that way, you can do the operations. That means it has a database connectivity. Okay, so it is what application. Amazon application is also the same thing. Like that way, if anything it is connected with the database, it is a web application, and it is located in the centralized server. We can consider it as a what is that? It is a web application. Now you see. University website like University of Morocco. You just see University of Morocco. You can see, just go here and now here you can see the things, some kind of things are available here, and you can see the courses, events, and the things available. Uh, and now here they have put something and the things like that way. They can time to time these things are uh, uploaded here. Okay. Uh, now these things are always available there. Okay. There is no database connectivity for this thing. So we can say it is static. Static means it is always it does not change. Okay, the user cannot interact with this one. Okay, if the user cannot interact and user cannot change the things, we can say it as static thing. Okay, normally the many of the university websites, we are calling the name also the sites, websites, those are not dynamic, those are static, because they do not have the interaction with the what we call database. Right, you got that idea as well. And the desktop application means that suppose this one. Okay, what is this? This is a notepad, guys. This notepad. This notepad, it is installed in the computer, installed in your desktop or the laptop application, laptop computer. It is installed. It is installed. It is not located in the centralized server. It is available in your computer. And if you consider your media player like the VLC or any other media player, it is also available. And when you consider about some gaming application like chess application, it is also installed in your computer. Okay, it is not hosted in the centralized server. Those things, okay, and also they do not have the database. Okay, those things, those applications we can consider as what is that? Desktop applications. By using Python, you can do desktop applications also easily. There are some frameworks for that one. Tkinter is one framework to uh, develop those desktop applications. Tkinter, or we call it as the Kinter, right? Then again, we'll back to the things, and using Python, we can do the robotics things, IoT things. We'll do some projects in the near future related to these things. Then guys, the high level language. I told this high level languages means it is close to the English language, and also it is the process of the uh, this language is very much easy. That means you can handle the things. And now the why we are using this high level languages, guys? The reason, and now actually, guys, computer cannot understand English. Computer cannot understand English. What computer can understand? Computer can understand only the binary, the ones and zero. Only computer can understand. Okay, but we cannot understand those binary things, ones and zeros. We cannot understand. Okay, so we can understand English related things. So that's why these high level languages are uh, and these high level languages are evolved because the binary language or the ones and zero things are not easy for the users. So then it will take more time to develop the applications. Okay, because always we want to think with the binary. But therefore, what is that? Engineers, they develop the English associated language, which are called the high level languages. But computer cannot understand this high level language. Therefore, what they want to do, they want to translate this high level language into binary language. This binary language is called the machine language. Okay, to in order to run our application, or we will call that name as execute. Okay, executing means running. Executing means running the application. In order to run the application, we want to translate our high level language into low level. Low level means actually the binary or the machine language. High level should be converted into what? Low level. High level language should be converted into low level or the machine language. Okay, then only the computer can understand. Okay. Now, actually, tell me, guys, what we are writing? That is the source code. We are writing the source code in English related language like C, C++, Java, Python. Okay, those are close to the English language, and the user can understand. That writing is called the source code. But this source code should be converted into binary format. That conversion happens using a translator. This translator also in two forms. One thing is called a compiler. Okay. Other thing is called the interpreter. In some cases, some languages are using compilers. Some languages are using interpreters. In some languages, they have both. Okay. But if they have both, the main role is happening by in one of the forms, whether the main translation is happening either from a compiler or an interpreter. So if it is the main role is happening from a compiler, we'll call it as a compiling language. If the main role happens using a interpreter, we'll call it as an interpreted language. Guys, Python, it is an interpreted language. Python is an interpreted language. And C, C++, those are compiled languages. Okay, compiled languages. Java, what is that? Compiled languages. Compiled languages. What is the difference? This is the difference, guys. Okay. This is like the whole the source code, the high level source code. This is the like the binary or the machine language. Okay. The machine language is close to the hardware actually. That means it is the machine format. The ones and zeros are there. This is directly executed. Now, we can't execute the high level language. We can't run this thing. We have to translate this one. But here you do not want to translate this one. You can directly execute. Now, compiler, what compiler does? It does whole into one. What do you want the whole into one? That means suppose this is your source code. This is your source code, guys. Okay. You have written like this way, this source code. This whole program is taken and this whole program is sent to the compiler and then it will convert it into an executable file. In the compiler, what they are doing, taking all those source code, taking the everything of the source code, and it will convert into executable file. Now suppose there is some error in the one area of the program, then what will happen? That will give an error. We'll call that error as a compiling error. Okay. Take some time for this translation because now it is taking the whole thing. It will take some time. It will take some time for the translation. Translation time is more, but the execution time is very fast. Okay. After taking this thing, converted it into executable file, it can directly run. If there is an error, it will stop the working. Okay. If there is an error in the source code, it will what it will do? It will stop working. Okay, what will happen in the interpreter language? Interpreter, it doesn't take the whole source code. What it does? One by one. This one translate and execute. This one translate and execute. After that, the second line execute, third line execute, fourth line execute, line by line execution. Interpreter, what they do, line by line execute. It does not take the whole thing, only line by line execution. When the line by line execution, if this line does not have error, what will happen? It will execute. Suppose the second line it has error, then it doesn't execute because it will show an error, but the first line is already executed. Okay. Now after the second line, it does not execute because there is an error. Now suppose like first is first is there is no error, then it is executed. Second line there is no error, it is executed. Third line also there is no error, executed. But if there is an error in the fourth line, it will stop the fourth line, execution of the fourth line. But the rest of the things have executed. That means here, what is that? Since it is not taking all the things, okay, translation line by line is going, then the translation is very much fast. But what will happen? Execution will run slowly because why? It is running the things line by line because after all things, only the application runs. Okay, here the in the compiling is what they're doing, taking everything and translated, taking everything and the translated. What will happen? The translation time will be more, but it has the everything is ready. Everything is ready means the running is very much easy. But here, what it is doing like line by line execution, so the translation is easy, but what will happen? Execution is slow. And if there is an error, what will happen? Only that until the error is occur, other things will be executed. Until the error occurs, other thing will be executed. So we can see the differences between compiler and the interpreter from the slides. What's that? Converts the whole high level language. Converts the whole high level language in the compiler. Interpreter, what will happen? Converts the whole high level language. Converts the whole high level language program to machine language at a time. That means in the abbreviated way, we can say everything is converted into machine language. And what does that do in the interpreter? Converts the whole high level language program to machine language line by line. We can say this is a line by line execution. This is the whole execution. Compilation is slow. What will happen? Translation is slow. That means this is what translation is slow. Why? Everything is taken, but this translation is fast. Okay, line by line execution, translation is fast. Execution is fast here, compiler. Execution is slow in the interpreter. Generates an intermediate code. In the compiler, you want to have an intermediate code, which is called the executable code or byte code. In the Java, we will call it as the byte code. Generates an intermediate code. Okay, that intermediate code only executing. But here in the interpreter, you do not want to have an an intermediate code because line by line execution is happening. You don't want to have an intermediate code. And in compiling, if there is an error in any part of the program, what will happen? It will show an error. Interpreter, until the error occurs, it will execute the things. Okay. You can see the things in the compiler and the interpreter how this is working. Source code by using the compiler convert into a specific code called the machine code or the byte code, and that byte code will give the output. In the interpreter, source code is there and the Python bytecode or the something is there because without using the executed thing. And after that, the Python virtual machine, the PVM is available. This is for the Python, okay. The other interpreted language, this PVM is for just uh, platform independence. We will discuss this thing later. Here you have to understand like this way, guys. In the compiling stage, after the compiler, you want to convert it to a machine code, something like that. But the interpreter, you don't want to have any other executing code. It will directly give the output. Uh, And guys, we'll finish it by the Python installation. To install the Python, you can use two ways. One thing is you can use the python.org site and you can download the Python thing, but we do not recommend that one because we are using Python for universal things. So we will go with the Anaconda installation. Okay. What are those two ways of installing things using the Python website? Python.org, and you can download the Python. There it will come with these things, Python IDLE and the pip. Pip means Python package management system. Okay. uh, the pip and the Python IDLE and the interpreter, those three things will come with when you are downloading that one. But we are not recommending this one. We will do Anaconda distribution. That Anaconda, with the Anaconda, all those Python and the other things will be come. So if you want to like go with the python.org, python.org, right? You can go to this site. You can come here and you can download Python here, right? Here, from here, you can download the Python. Okay, latest one is 3 level. You can download then. After that, double click and you can install the things. But we do not recommend this one. What we are recommending is you type here Anaconda and just Anaconda download, go there. And here Anaconda distribution is available. Okay. Yeah, in the late night only you download this one. Here you can see the Anaconda distribution and the download. Okay, according to your operating system, whether it is Windows or the Apple or the Linux, it will download. We will go to this Anaconda thing. But now it is going to download. So I have already downloaded this one. So I will stop here. You can see this 621 megabytes are available for the downloading thing. Okay. After downloading that one, what will happen? You have to install the things. Okay. It is like 3.5 gigabytes. Okay. That Anaconda whole distribution. It is 3.5 gigabytes. With that heavy weight, you will be coming with all those packages. I will show you that here. Anaconda Navigator. I will go to this Anaconda Navigator. This Anaconda Navigator will come when you download Anaconda and install the things. Okay, just after downloading things, it will come to, it will install your operating system, and you, if you go here and type that Anaconda Navigator, it will come like this way and navigate it to like this way, and it will show uh, this what we call as the this page. It will navigate to this page, and here from this page you can say you can launch several things. Okay, you can launch several things. You can launch a Jupyter notebook, that is like a web application. and you can write your source code in the web. You can write your source code in an interactive way in the Jupyter Notebook, and also the Spider IDE. In here, we will recommend you to launch this Spider IDE. Okay, Spider is a IDE. Okay, you can write the source code there, and also the VS Code is also IDE, not IDE. It is a text editor. You can write easily the text. It's a source code using the VS Code. Okay, normally we will be using these things: Spider, VS Code, and also not Jupyter Notebook we are using for our purposes here. Okay, so what you want to do, you go to Google and type Anaconda download, and download and install the things. Once you install the things, you can, when you install in your system, then you can see this Anaconda navigator thing in your system. Okay, after clicking it, you can come to this page. Okay, and that page you can launch your Spider IDE. Okay, that words we'll discuss in the next day. So these are the IDEs that we are using in our uh, uh, development areas. We will be discussing those things. Okay, those are the fundamental knowledge I wanted to give you today. So right, we had like 25 guys. Now it is 20 guys are available so far. Right now it is 10:42. Tell me, guys. The next day also we will be informing you. The normal days are today and the Monday. Okay, this is the first day. First day means now this is considered as the zero date. Okay, zero date. The second, the Monday onwards only the regularly patterns are going. Now, guys, tell me whether you got something or not. You understood the things or not, or am I too fast? Or uh, tell me your feedback, guys. Hello, guys. Are you there? Or are you sleeping? What about the things? Did you understand the things? Hello. Are you there?
Yeah, I can understand that today.
How about the other guys? Did you understand the things? Do you feel like you can manage the things? If you feel so, we can continue this thing the next day onwards. And you better talk, guys. Okay, otherwise I will be disappointing. Okay, if I feel disappointing, I will feel like you cannot understand the things or not, like that you are not telling. That means we cannot continue the things. So if you are giving your feedback nicely, we can continue and I can share my knowledge to you. Okay, next day onwards, I will discuss how do we write that, how do we refer that reference book, and how do we uh, update our knowledge things. Okay, then, guys, thank you very much. Bye.
Thank
Thank you, bro.
you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.